Chronos, and I run all the Elder Scrolls games.
Yeah. He does run all of them.
Yeah, and I guess we should go down the couch.
Yeah.
I'm Musical Daredevil. I run an Elder Scrolls game that's not this one, but I guess it's close enough.
I am Nfro. I ran this game years ago and did a ton of old school routing for it.
Hey, I'm Biglaw, and I've ran Fable Lost Chapters, which is not an Elder Scrolls game whatsoever, but it is an RPG, so I kind of know what I'm talking about.
I guess. And over there is TheFunCannon. He's just here to say hi.
He has also run Elder Scrolls games.
Yes. So, yeah, we're going to get this started then. Yeah. So time starts once I load this save file. So 3, 2, 1, start.
All right, so right off the bat here, Chronos is just going to do a quick save and quick load, and it's going to activate something called Infinite Sprint. And the name is pretty self-explanatory. He has Infinite Sprint, and it allows him to do some pretty cool movement he wouldn't be able to do otherwise.
Such as jumping while sprinting, which for some reason you are not able to do without using this glitch.
Yep. And the first thing that comes up in this run is a glitch called load warping. So we're going to teleport our character from one save to this save's location. Oh, side.
Or, load the cave.
Yeah.
It's a nice cave.
Yeah. They put a lot of effort into those ice textures.
Listen, that's where you do bear cart.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, so he's just going to load this quick load, and then he's going to go into Helgen Keep and get unbound.
Yeah, so we're going to skip some dialogue by saving and loading the game, and we're going to grab that bucket as we load back to this save.
Buckets are among the most important items in the run.
Nice.
First try.
Nice.
Easy.
That is much harder than it looks, actually. It's a pretty tight timing. But we now have our hands untied, and we are able to leave Helgen.
Yep, that's the entire tutorial section. All done.
Yes.
Now we're going to make our way up this path to get the most important part of the run, the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They know what's coming.
It's well known that horses in Skyrim are broken. You're about to find out just how broken. It's much more so than you see in casual play.
Yeah, you typically see them climbing up the sides of cliff faces and other hilarious things, but we're going to use them for a bit more of a speedy purpose if you haven't seen what they can do, so.
Yes. It's best to see for yourselves before we explain it. It is quite the thing.
This needs to be experienced.
Okay, so this is going to be pretty intense right here.
So we wait an hour to make that hunter spawn in on his horse, steal the horse, and then set up the tilt.
Listen, Grand Theft Equestrian is a very serious crime.
Here we go.
Whee!
All right. And away we go.
And
we're flying now.
That's actually a pretty all right tilt.
Yeah. It's on the slower side, which makes it much easier to control.
Oh, no.
Not quite enough speed.
Yeah, we need enough speed to just dip our way up the throat of the world to hit High Hrothgar and then kind of dip our way down towards the Whiterun Stables / Battleborn Farm area.
Nice.
That's fine.
Yeah. So horse tilting's a little bit finicky. Your speed goes in a very wide range of values.
Ooh.
Might want to, yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird tilt.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
So as Biglaw mentioned, the point of this run is we are essentially flying around Skyrim in order to discover a number of quest locations. You saw High Hrothgar there, and we're going to make our way to the Karthspire, as well as a few others, so that way we get the locations and can fast travel to them later.
Yes. The reason most of these things work is Bethesda decided to make a lot of variables simply transfer between save files for whatever reason. One of those variables is your movement speed. And since horse tilting just launches you super fast, you can go wherever the hell you want.
Also, we need to get into Whiterun, so instead of just walking up to the gate, we're just gonna punch this guard.
Yep.
It's going to take us straight to jail, and then we're in. Nice and fast.
I don't recommend doing this in real life. It's not worth the speed.
No.
Okay, so now here's a new glitch that was found a couple months ago. It's called ghost tilting. So we're going to make a save while using a crafting station, and this gives our horse tilt even more weird properties than before.
Such as no collision.
Yeah, so he's just going to be zooming underneath the floor of the map. And with this, you can pretty much go anywhere in Skyrim. You just got to be careful not to hit any load zones.
That tilt was too slow.
Yeah.
We're going to do another one.
But yes, we can go anywhere we want at, I believe we're stuck at a specific Y coordinate while we're ghost tilting, correct?
Yes, a specific height. So we're going to discover quite a few locations here. It's pretty difficult.
Yes, there are a couple of locations that you can very easily just accidentally walk into the load zone for. Okay. If you can call this walking.
And we're going to do a new glitch here as well.
We get to upwarp.
Yeah, so
There we are.
Doing a quick save and quick load will put you on the the nearest ground level, or the most appropriate ground level you are, when you're directly underneath it. So it'll just kind of shoot you straight to the top of the third of the world, which is very useful.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's
Perfect.
really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just gonna snag some gold from this chest here because there we go.
Okay. 65, that's on the high end for that chest.
Yeah, and it's important that we get enough money early on just so we can use the carriages to zip around Skyrim when we're not tilting.
Yes, and now we do a little bit of parkour to skip a couple of puzzles that you normally have to do here. And that jump is tricky. That was very
That
clean.
was amazing.
That was, I think, the best I've seen him do it this week. And then we just discover the location that's in there and go do some more movement shenanigans.
Where do you want to go?
But these are slightly less shenanigans. This is how you move around casually.
Yeah, well, give it a second.
All right, so now we're headed off to Dawnstar, and the reason for that is we want to do a vendor glitch and also enter a ghost tilt state again. Typically, you wouldn't enter Dawnstar whatsoever during the main story, but this place is just very, very useful just because close vendor and access to a tanning rack.
It is an incredibly convenient location. So without going into too much detail, vendor glitch simply lets you sell a vendor's inventory back to them.
Which makes perfect sense.
Yeah, completely. And you just get all the gold in their inventory, and that's all the gold you need for the run.
Okay, that's good. In practice, I had a run where I wasn't able to create that save, and that's really rough. It's really random, and it can just fail for no reason, and there's no fix for it in the community.
Yeah.
So that's the only random thing in the game right now.
So now we're going to discover another couple locations and then upwarp again, which is the new way of doing embassy skip.
Rip bucket clip.
Yep.
We still use buckets here and there.
Later.
Yeah. So this is a unique quest trigger in the game, in the main story at least. Picking up those documents skips basically the first half of the main story quests and triggers Esbern as the next quest.
Where do you want to go?
So now we're going to Riften, where we do a little bit of shenanigan setup and then go down and get Esbern.
Yeah, so we're going off to Riften, and we need to get in there quick, so...
Or punching a horse.
You have committed crime.
We punched a lot of things in this game.
Yeah, there's a lot of bounty or guard warping. All right, and now we go get Esbern.
Yeah, so going down to the Ratways, and again, there's going to be a pretty cool bit of parkour that we're going to do here that wouldn't be possible without infinite sprint. You could do a item stack, but it's not fast.
No.
Oh, I've never seen that before.
No.
I've never seen a low life in my life. That's the name of the NPC.
All right. And here we're going to steal another bucket. If we're lucky, we get a really good dialogue line.
Oh,
that was a broom.
we really need that bucket. You also stole a broom.
I'm not aware of any broom strats for this route, but whatever.
I'm not aware of them in any route.
You're not trying hard enough.
Yeah.
All right, so now coming up here, we're going to run into Esbern, and one of my favorite lines of dialogue right here.
Go away. I
There we
told
go.
you to go away.
And I believe this would be a good spot for a donation or two.
Yep.
Absolutely. Quick question, how are your knees feeling? Because according to these donations, I think a lot of our audience is having some trouble right now. We've got $10 from Ludicrous Ginger, who says, I used to be a speedrunner like you until I took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah, that is a fantastic handle, I'm not going to lie.
That's pretty good.
We've also got $15 from Anonymous, who says, I took an arrow to the knee last time I played Skyrim, but I'm still donating during this run. 100% Chrono Trigger? Yes, please.
The dragon, no one can
You can keep going.
Yeah.
We've got $30 from Steampunk Q, who says, I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow to the knee. Luckily, MSF was able to help, and now I'm adventuring again. Good luck with the run, Kronos.
Okay, so now we're doing another load warp to get back up to the surface. Once again, load warps are really tough. They're like basically frame perfect.
It is a very, very tight window.
Oh boy.
I mean, fortunately, we have some pretty quick loads here, so...
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So you can just teleport your saves between various locations. The loading function in this game is brilliant.
All right, so now we're headed back to Riverwood, and we're going to go into the Sleeping Giant Inn, and that's where we meet Esbern and Delphine, but we're not really interested in talking with them, so we'll just kind of do some other stuff in the meantime.
Yep.
Also another bucket.
Heck yeah, more buckets.
If you don't grab every bucket you see, are you even running this game?
Nah.
I do that when playing casually, too. I mean, come on.
See, when I'm playing casual, I steal all the brooms.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
So we're just going to be skipping some dialogue or waiting for Esbern to get here and then skipping some dialogue. And where is he?
It's fine.
Okay.
His dialogue wasn't skipped there for some reason. Okay.
Okay.
All right. He's here. And now we go to Skyhaven Temple that we discovered earlier. And,
Oh.
Normally there's a cutscene that's decently long that plays here, but we can skip that by jumping. So we do that, start the cutscene, travel here, and jump out of it. And now we just have to hope Septimus behaves.
Yeah, so this is like one of the few really RNG heavy parts of the run where we have to do a quick pickpocket onto Septimus here.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey,
All right,
got it, first
got it.
try.
Nice.
Yeah, sometimes that can be really, really painful just because, like, it's RNG, so...
Yeah, the detection system in this game is rough at times.
and okay, here we go. So now we're going to do another horse tilt to go to the Elder Scroll.
This tilt is actually pretty difficult. You're basically trying to land on an area
That isn't loaded in yet.
it's not loaded in yet, and the target area is about a third the size of this stage. Oh, not that one.
Work.
Yeah, if he doesn't quite get the tilt, then there is a backup, but it's a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
Normally, when you're doing the Elder Scroll quest, you would go through a very, very long dungeon. You'd go to Blackreach, which is a pretty cool area, admittedly, and then you'd go up into a tower to get the Elder Scroll, and then you would exit through an elevator. We are going to enter through that elevator instead.
Yes. That looks good.
No.
It's fine.
All right, so now we're going to see the finicky backup. As far as I know, nobody's really found a good setup for this. Maybe? Come on.
Here we go.
There it is.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, we're in.
And now we're
There we go. All right.
So now we simply have the hardest puzzle in the game, and we have to pick up yet another bucket on the way out.
Yep.
Just look at all those buttons.
Just hit them until you can't hit it anymore, and move on to the next.
We have time for more donations, by the way.
Sure thing. I've got $50 from Beware Llamas 123, who says Skyrim is the first game I started running after seeing it at a GDQ. Glad to see it again. Good luck to the runner.
Remember the bucket.
Yep.
$50 from Nerul, who says Foos Road, dang, this SGDQ is flying by. Great work to all the staff and talent this year.
And we have a bucket.
It's a very good bucket.
Yeah. This bucket's our friend.
Time for one more.
We're going to head over because I think we're ahead of estimate by a lot. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's get married.
Nice.
So we're going to talk to this priest of Mara here, get the amulet of Mara, and when you wear that, it's basically telling everyone in Skyrim that you're on the market.
I should get one of those.
Yeah.
With a master of magic at your side.
And now we just hire this mercenary and instantly propose.
Hey.
Yeah, Mark here is really into us, so.
Yeah.
And that's all we need to do, and he's ready to go. We're getting married.
Yeah. But first, we do have to go kind of save the world.
Yeah, so we'll get to that later.
So basically, Skyhaven Temple's just kind of been in limbo while we were off doing other things.
Yeah. This game really likes putting itself on hold so you can go explore the rest of it.
Yeah, and now something very important is coming up right here. So Cronus is going to go into this room and he's going to find the Dragon Bane. And there is a pretty cool glitch that you can do. So he's just going to just do a quick save and then mash E, and then he has
2 Dragon Banes.
Only 2.
And
You can get between like 2 to like even like 7 or 8 if you're lucky.
Yeah, that requires some serious mashing as well as
Yes.
some a bit longer loads. So
It's, in general, I've found the lower the frame rate, the more swords you get.
yeah, but 2 swords is still absolutely fun.
Yeah. You need a minimum 2 to really get through the fights consistently.
Now, I
But-
don't want to spoil anything, but the Dragon Bane is pretty good against dragons. And we'll be fighting a lot of dragons in this run, so.
All right, and now we're off to High Hrothgar.
And we would go through the front door, but we forgot our key, so.
Yeah,
we're
we...
just-
Oh, I dropped too much. Oh,
no.
No, this.
All right, good recovery.
So,
Did you get a room?
Yeah, I accidentally dropped the broom, which caused me to panic.
Oh, that was really good. That was a really good clip right into the back there.
So as a serious explanation, we skipped the quest that unlocks the front door. So we have to, every time we want to get into this building, we have to clip through and go to the back door.
Which is why we need a lot of buckets.
Yeah.
No, just go. We do not regret.
And now we have to go talk to the leader of the Greybeards.
Speaks to us only.
After getting the shout that is exclusively used for story beats and saving bad PCs from rain effects.
Oh, I didn't mean to draw the swords.
Yeah, we don't need those yet.
So I'm doing a lot of quick saves and quick loads right there, so the shouts will load on the floor earlier. And it speeds it up. Oh no. Oh.
What?
Oh god. That can happen.
That might not be good. Give me a second.
Come on.
Sometimes all 3 shouts do not load on the floor like this.
That might work.
It might be there, eh?
Yes, I think it's there.
This is not good. Shoot. Okay.
Yeah, basically sometimes this little bit decides not to behave. It's a known glitch that can happen. Don't exactly know what causes it, but it happens in casual play pretty often. All right, there we go.
There we go. All the words we need.
Yay, the game worked.
It just works.
Sometimes.
Enough of the time.
All right, words.
Come on, Arm Gear. Standing here, can I learn
I spoke
to
too
shout?
soon. The game didn't work.
Come on. Okay,
It just doesn't work.
we're gonna try it again. Okay.
Thanks, Todd.
Todd Champ.
Maybe.
Maybe it'll work this time.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
All right.
I will grant you my understanding.
we learned the shouts. Yeah.
Good. Yay.
Let's go.
All right, and now we're going to get into one of the more interesting strats in the run. I'm
Yeah.
gonna mostly step back and let Kronos do the explanation once we really get to it. But first we have to talk to a dragon that shares a voice actor with Mario.
True facts.
Yeah, same actor.
If only spoke as fast as Mario.
I need a mod that swaps those voices.
Oh, Lord.
I bet there is one out there.
Yeah, probably. Oh, we also have the fire breath glitch.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so we just got to show with Parthenax that we can use our Thume. So we're just going to, just kind of blast him in the face.
So
Okay.
now we have to, I believe now we're going back in time?
Soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a new glitch that was found last week, and we're going to be doing that right here. So once Parthenax finishes his lines of dialogue, it's pretty long.
Yes, and we're gonna have to be quiet once we get to that because it is an audio cue.
So we're just going to read the Elder Scroll right here. Okay.
Got it.
All right.
And
he's just going to do a wait glitch there and then advance the time. And now we can move
That
around
gives
in
me-
the cutscene.
Yep. So,
yeah. So
You wanna
that's
explain this?
also like frame perfect as well.
Yeah.
So if you fail your marriage, which is what just happened, you regain control of your character. And because we did it right as we entered the cutscene, where you normally don't have control, also I traveled the wrong spot.
Let's hope it's fine.
That's
go.
fine. But it just allows you to get control of your character in the cutscene.
and
That allows us to do all of this fun stuff during the cutscene.
and just like earlier with Skyhaven Temple, when you go back in time, the rest of Skyrim just carries on as normal. It just puts this really strong red depth of field filter over everything.
And they smear Vaseline on the camera for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do another guard warp to get to the Palace of the Kings, just to discover the location. And then we're heading back on up.
And the reason that he's not directly going to High Hrothgar is that he's just kind of advancing the time in the cutscene so we can get to this point right here.
Yes. And now we're just going to brutally murder the greatest heroes Skyrim has ever known.
And we're going to kill their dragons for them.
It does speed things up to kill Gormlaith and then distract Hakon,
Yep.
right? And
We're just going to do it right here.
Skyrim whip!
Oof.
Well,
and now we just
Yeah.
talk to Hakon, make him dance in front of a dragon.
What is he doing?
he's busting a move.
He's having a good time.
And Feldir is now going to use the Elder Scroll, which is fireproof, by the way, as well as him. So we're just going to use him as a shield.
Yep. I really want to know what his robes are made out of.
I don't know, but now we're going to Dragon's Reach. We got to talk to Balgruuf real quick before things happen. So we're going to run up here and just to explain to him that we were at Helgen, which happened a really long time ago.
So basically this is just cleaning up some stuff that we skipped and do still need to trigger to advance the story. And now we have a fight on our hands against the Harbinger of the Apocalypse.
All right, nice. Got that hit onto Alduin.
All right. Well, we're going to fight this dragon. and hope that it works smoothly, this GDQ.
It's looking pretty all right so far.
Yeah, this is good. Come on. All right, yeah, this is good. Fight is pretty free from here.
All right, nice. No TGM necessary. Let's go. All right, so now he's going to run up to this rock here, and he's just going to talk to Parthenax.
And we hope he lands properly. Okay, nice. He can sometimes just decide to land 100 feet in the air.
Makes him kind of hard to talk to.
Yeah. And let's see if what happens with his movement.
Oh, all right.
Okay, there we go. His people need him.
Oh no.
Parthenax is blasting off again.
And so is Alduin, just in the corner.
Okay, there he goes.
Bye, Parthenax.
I guess we'll never see him again. Sorry.
I mean, we don't.
All right, so now we're going into Dragon's Reach for the second time, and we have to talk to Balgruuf because we need to use Dragon's Reach because it was kind of designed to be like a lobster cage for dragons. So
there is one problem, though, in that Jarl Balgruuf doesn't want us to trap a dragon in there right now because there's kind of a civil war going on. So he wants things to settle down a bit.
Straight to the point.
Yeah, so we have to, for some reason it falls on us again, to convince the entirety of a nation to put a civil war on hold.
sounds easy.
Yeah. It's a normal Saturday morning for the Dragonborn.
Yeah.
So the game is a little bit confused right now. It takes you over here thinking you need to do the first main quest here, but then the dialogue just trips into the dialogue for the quest you're actually on. It's just a little bit of a weird artifact of the skips we do.
Yeah, so the first stop on our trip to stop the Civil War is High Hrothgar, so we can organize the peace meeting,
Yes.
so to speak.
And we have to clip inside again because the door is still locked.
So here we go with another bucket clip. Nice.
Nice. Smooth. And this climb.
Nice.
Well.
All right, let's go.
And Arngeir at this time of day is in the best possible spot.
I feared as much.
So something we haven't actually touched on yet is NPC schedules. Most NPCs are at a fixed time at each fixed point of day. And a lot of the routing in this game is not necessarily based around, but takes into account those positions for the travel.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good timing right there, and a little bit of randomness, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
It's effectively random where that guard is.
But that was pretty much perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so here's General Tullius, and we'll tell him, hey, we were at Helgen, and we were a prisoner, but you should listen to us, so.
Yep. And, all right. We just have to convince him to come to the Peace Summit. Takes about 5 seconds.
Is that like Smash Summit?
Yes.
I'm telling you.
No, because we want to skip this one.
All right.
And Pikachu doesn't win the Civil War.
Listen, I think Temple Axe could do a great job against Alduin, okay?
If you find the right mod, Pikachu wins the Civil War.
Probably.
All right, so now
you
we're
can
in,
take this.
All right, so now we're in the Palace of the Kings, and it is very important not to run across this table because as fun as it is to kick everything along the way, you don't want to shoot a platter into Ulfric's face because he will aggro, and it is not good.
No.
It has happened before. I've seen people lose runs to this.
I have lost runs to it.
I'm so sorry.
All right. And that was easy. And it is Peace Summit time soon. Soon.
Yeah, let's get married again.
Yeah.
I think that's the appropriate way to...
Yeah, we broke Mercurio's heart. We do need to try to mend that.
I mean, we had to travel back in time. That's kind of important.
Yeah. I mean, if we traveled back in time, does that mean we just haven't gotten to the day of the wedding yet?
Maybe.
Because it's you.
Yeah, just because it's us, like, it was easy as that.
Yeah. We do have to go talk to Maramal again to schedule the wedding. And, okay. If we're on a different cycle, we actually sometimes need to just go wake him up to have that dialogue.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, just like jump on his bed, be like, wake up.
I need to get married this time for real.
Okay. Yeah, we have politics to settle right now. So let's just go through there.
All right, and there we go. So now we have council Or we would if we weren't doing the council skip.
I keep drawing my weapons by accident.
Listen, they're really cool swords. You gotta see them.
So we thought council skip would be a much bigger deal before we found it. It winds up being slower for in-game time, but faster for RTA.
Oh, I got the... Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
That works out. So it winds up being based on jumping jacks.
Yeah.
And I wish that was really a joke. Oh. Another weight glitch, or two.
All right, now we talk to Ulfric.
And we're just going to leave this.
Yeah,
you know?
politics is boring. Let's go play in the snow instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those of you playing along at home, as soon as we get outside, you can join in with 10 jumping jacks.
10 hops this time. And also, this is a pretty good time for some donations.
Yes.
You got it. First, real quick, I want to mention the next game after this is going to be a run of either Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. We've got a lot of bid wars for that you guys have been donating for, but we also have a challenge that has not yet been met. That game has a bunch of really cute cutscenes that we could skip, but I know we want more GDQ. We need to raise $40,000 before, I think it's before that game starts, in order to get that met. In the meantime here, I've got $500 from Anonymous, who says, I was trying to teach my grandpa how to use a mouse wheel the other day. It was really a case of the Elder Scrolls.
Oh, wow. That's...
Clever, but...
What's it worth $500?
So I guess General Tully's decided he wanted to play out in the snow with us too.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
It kind of messed up the jumping jacks stuff.
Yeah. Do we have time for another donation before the end of this?
Yeah, one more.
Yeah, we've got another $500, this time from C-Note, who says, Who's Road Doctors Without Borders?
All right.
That was good.
Yeah, we'll give you that one.
Okay, and we're done with council.
Yes.
Hey.
And Esbern decided to give us dragons, basically let us put a dragon on speed dial.
Yeah, so we got to go back to Dragon's Reach now, and we're going to go summon Odahviing, so...
Winged Snow Hunter.
Honestly, that's a really cool name.
Yes.
All right, so we're just going to run up to Balgriff over here, and we're just going to kind of yell.
Yeah. Have you ever yelled so loudly that the person you're yelling for comes from halfway across the country?
I've tried.
Somehow I don't doubt that. There we go. Normally the shout has a 5-minute cooldown, but for story purposes and needing to use Dragon Rend, it comes off very quickly.
So yeah, we're just waiting here for a little bit, and that was almost nice. Odahviing will be coming down on the balcony here.
Yep. And there he is. We go.
Oh no, that guard.
Oh.
I'll save you.
Yes. Come on, buddy. We got you.
Also, guys, I think he's dead.
No, he's fine.
No.
Fine.
He's fine.
He's going
guys,
he's
make
still
it
holding his
alive.
bow. It's tethered to him.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Dragons are scary.
All right, let's just go back inside for a quick second. Yeah, that was pretty spooky.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and now Odahviing is trapped.
Yep.
So.
Easy.
Okay.
And now we just talk to a dragon who has very few pixels on his snout.
And
All right.
we're going to go release him because...
We need to fly.
Yeah.
And we can't just horse tilt over to Skulldothan. Which, I mean, I don't know why not.
Courier. Courier. Finally, he delivered our dragon pilot license. There we go.
Yeah.
Right on time.
So is this how to train your dragon?
Yes. All right, so we traveled to Dragon's Reach there, but it takes us to Skulldothan.
So normally we would do a tilt here, but one of my friends on the couch decided that he was going to donate some money so I can do this trick.
Yeah, I bribed him to do YOLO Bucket. And that is actually the name of the strat. We've called it that for years.
Oh,
That's very horizontal.
Yeah, that was a bit of a...
It's not quite what I wanted.
So if you pick up an object you're standing on, you just start hovering. That looks better.
All right.
Can I make it?
Oh, that was a really good.
Oh, let's
Wow.
go. Nice.
Second. All right, yeah.
All right, so now you didn't encounter a dragon priest that you have to fight, but we really don't have the time for that, so we're just gonna kind of walk by him.
You can actually just sprint past him in casual play sometimes too.
Yeah.
And a bit of a high dive into. Okay, there we go. That was a little.
All right. All right.
So we just do a high dive into Nord Heaven.
And also 180 too. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, trick swag. All right, so there's gonna be one more tilt that Kronos will
Potentially two, if he's a maniac.
Knowing Kronos, he is.
So yeah, horse tilts don't just persist across saves, they also persist into the afterlife.
Yeah. They really like having static variables. Like this is going to affect every scenario.
It's fine.
Okay.
All right, so now we need to get into the Hall
of Valor.
Yeah, Hall of Valor.
Valor.
So we got Sun here. And,
At this health, this is kind of scary. He can just one-shot you.
but we're fine.
Right.
Oh, are you gonna do it?
Oh boy.
Yep.
Do it.
He's doing the bridge tilt. And he's going to probably wind up going way too fast for it. No. Maybe.
All right.
Oh, that was.
Here we go.
Okay.
There we go. Hey.
And that actually saved time.
Yeah.
It's really hard for it to save time unless it's perfect like that, actually.
And now we have to go fight Alduin again with the help of 3 people that we killed.
Oops.
Yeah.
Wait, I know you. I was about to say, if you do another tilt, I swear.
I mean, you can.
So the reason why you can do this bridge tilt and save time is because getting to these people, it takes quite a while to trigger them. And while you're doing the tilt, it does it at the same time. So it actually works out really well.
Yeah. So now we just have to clear away this magical fog that Alduin's created. Do it 3 times, and then he comes out to fight us. It's the other fight that we have the Dragon Banes for. 2/3 of what you fight in the run. It's the same dragon.
Is punching a horse considered a fight?
I'm gonna go with no.
Horse doesn't fight back.
Oh God.
Listen, depends on the horse, okay?
Okay, time's coming up once Alduin dies.
Yes.
Yeah, so when his health bar disappears.
Do horses in this game actually have an attack animation?
Yes, it's like a.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not a horse, so I can't really accurately represent it, but.
Not with that attitude. All right, there we go. The final fight has begun.
All right, we down Alduin, and we just kind of tear into him with our Dragon Banes.
Yeah. So casually, this fight's actually pretty difficult, but we're on lowest difficulty and have 2 Dragon Banes. And it's not a problem
and
at all.
time.
Oh. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, you should try and pickpocket soon.
Okay.
Just, yeah. Oh.
Whoa.
There he goes.
His bones explode out of him.
That is pretty metal.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he's also trying to literally eat the world, so metal comes with the territory.
I suppose.
And then he just fully explodes. So if you put something in Soon's inventory, he just aggroes, and then the tongues come try to fight to save you. We should probably do shout-outs while this is going on.
Oh, yeah. So, shout-outs to everyone in the Elder Scrolls community. It's, been a blast with y'all, you guys. And quick shout-out to Halo Run's community. They've also been a big part of my, time as a speedrunner. So, shout-outs to HaloRuns.com. Yeah.
But, and then I guess it's incentive time?
Yep. Okay, so I believe the marriage donation incentive was met. It was met super quickly. I was so surprised.
Yeah, like at like 2 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, we just submitted it as an incentive like yesterday, and it was met in 12 hours. So I'm really surprised.
So we broke Marcurio's heart twice this run.
We can't do it a third time, so let's make it up to him. All right, guys?
It's also Pride Month, as you can see by the by the file name, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess whenever you're ready for marriage percent.
Are we resetting the timer, or?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so once I load the save file, so 3, 2, 1, start.
Yep.
All right, so this is the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, and immediately off the bat, he's going to do...
We're not doing Groundhog Day.
Okay, so the start is pretty similar to the main quest.
By which he means literally identical for the first minute and a half.
Yeah, we're just going to do the same load warp and then get our horse. And then we're going to go a very different route.
Yes, the main tilt in this run is much harder. But, because you're going all the way across Skyrim, basically. So here we go, we're just going to get our hands on bound again. It's one of those variables that transfers across saves, as I said earlier. And pick up a bucket.
Do we need the bucket?
Okay, that one.
Do you ever not need a bucket?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. We use it as a wedding band.
Okay.
All right. Clean Willard Warp, that's a 110 Helgen, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, and then we're going to fast travel to Helgen from Helgen.
And just take a nice little nature walk right up here.
Yep. And then we're going to get a little bit of gold, pick up the horse, and then go on the tilt.
No, we don't need the gold.
Do we not?
Nah.
Thought we needed it for vendor glitch.
No.
Okay.
We go to jail and we get a lockpick, and we sell that lockpick.
Oh, okay.
So we basically sell a lockpick for the vendor's entire inventory.
Yep.
Gold.
We are really good at negotiation.
Has the lockpick. I'll take your entire stock.
Yeah. Has lockpick, will sell.
Over and over.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll make our save once again.
And then we do the hour wait to get the horse to spawn.
Okay, so this tilt is probably one of the hardest tilts because Riften is one of the laggiest places to tilt to.
It has so many clutter
Try
objects.
to get it first try. Oh, that's not Riften.
Nope. That was a Cyrodiil.
All right, here we go.
Hey,
we're in Riften.
All right, we are in Riften.
That works. Hopefully.
And, well, here we go. Now everything's loaded in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Riften, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to go outside to get inside.
We're really lucky that they put a collision on the ground inside of the cities when you haven't actually entered their zones. Otherwise, this would be even harder.
Now notice we walked out and he said, before I let you in.
Yeah. And you have to pay for re-entry on your ticket.
Oh, you're right. I forgot my wristband.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just gonna go to the go to Belmond here, and we're gonna do the vendor glitch.
And there we go.
All right.
Oh, we dodge Brynjolf there.
Yes.
Yeah, Brynjolf is he's a bit of a pain. He says bit light in the pockets, but we're not really interested in money. We just want love. So
After the horse tilt, he's the biggest run killer for this category.
Here you are.
Occasionally, he will just pull you aside and talk to you, and it takes a couple seconds to get out of it.
You'll find more people interested.
All right, and Marcurio. Just because it's us, he'll come back a third time. I really don't know what's going through his head that he's willing to marry a dragonborn with multiple personalities, but okay.
Yeah, so we just got to fast travel somewhere just so the wedding can get set up, and we'll be going back to Riften.
Yep. You can't get, the marriage trigger is 8 a.m. the next morning in-game. So you can't actually get married the same day that you start the quest.
Oh yeah, time is coming up soon for marriage percent.
And then we're going to quick save, quick load to skip dialogue, because in this game, each dialogue line is triggered by the start of the previous one.
And time.
Yep.
Hey.
4:33 flat.
All right. Get that bucket on. Get the bucket on. Let's go.
Get the bucket on, Mercurio. And like we said, the bucket is a wedding band. Come on, Mercurio. Come on.
Mercurio?
Come on.
Mercurio. No! He left. No!
So that's how it feels.
Okay. I guess he's off to save Skyrim.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, before we wrap this up, there is one glitch that I do want to show. It's really quick.
Yeah. All right, we've got to wrap this, so.
Yeah. So, just going to do a ghost tilt here. Yeah.
Right.
So we're going to head over to here, and we're going to upward. And
Yep.
yeah, our character has really weird properties. And it just gets more messed up as you go.
Look, it just works, okay?
I don't even know which animations these are. There's a little swimming in here somewhere, but there are other ones too.
Yeah. I think it's just ragdoll shenanigans, and it breaks, and it takes every single articulation your character has.
Yep.
All right, well,
That was Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, guys.
Oh, thank you so much, Kronos. Oh, what a run. We've got $125 from Baron Pants, who says, "Hi all, can't wait for Todd Howard to release Skyrim on my TI-81 graphing calculator. Money goes to more Zelda." All right, we're going to play a quick Twitch ad. We'll be right back. And SGDQ is brought to you by Devolver Digital, makers of Heave Ho. Heave Ho tasks up to 4 players with a simple goal: don't fall to your death. Players will use their own 2 hands and the outstretched grip of their friends to grapple across each level on their way to victory. Coming to Nintendo Switch and Steam this summer. Also brought to you by 8-4, showrunners of the 8-4 Play podcast, the first, best, last, and only show for talk about Japan and games and Japanese games. English language localizers of numerous fan favorites from Japan, including Fire Emblem Awakening, Nier Automata, Monster Hunter World, and the critically acclaimed Pets Hamsters Bunch. They're publishers of the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch versions of Undertale and Deltarune Chapter 1. You can find out more on the interwebs at 8-4.jp and our second home at giantbomb.com and on Twitter at 84play. And coming up next, we have an interview with the Super Mario World runners Seathorne, Truman, and TNT, brought to you by Feasel.
Hello everybody, I'm Feasel, and I'm here with the runners of our Super Mario World 96 exit race, which is going to be coming up after our next game. We've got TNT, Seathorne, and Truman. Hey guys, thanks for joining me this morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
So can you tell me, what is the 96 exit category? What does that mean?
Well, in Super Mario World, there's about 70 levels, but some of them have a couple exits to get, so it's get every single exit of every single level in the game.
So this is arguably the entire game, all the strats for all the levels, basically.
Yep. Yeah.
And what does world record competition for this category look like at the moment? Because this is a popular category to run.
Well, right now it's mainly between 2 people, Louis from Italy and Maiba from Japan. They're sort of pushing the 122, 121 minute mark, which is a huge milestone for the community. And besides them, there's a few more top runners grinding down. There's been a lot of 122s recently, and competition is the best it's been in probably the past year or 2.
Yeah, now 121 is a particularly low time compared to anyone who was playing the game 5 years ago, 8 years ago when it really started to get popular as a speed run. I mean, we were looking at, 125 as being a good time and et cetera. I mean, what's really changed that's brought it down by minutes? Because you would think in a game like that where you're basically limited by how fast can Mario go and what's the length of the level, you think you can't really take off much time. Where do these minutes come from?
Well, since this was last shown at SGDQ2019, we've had a few more time saves that have been discovered or made RTA viable. So we have 3 boss kills now. So it's a way you can spawn a glitched boss in a level, and then you can kill that boss and end the level more quickly. You get a shorter fanfare, and you'll just end the level right near the beginning of it. So we do that in 3 levels now. Those save a decent amount of time if you can get them, although they are really difficult. So those have been used to bring down the time a lot, and just going for harder strats, going for, just speeding up everything.
Just the progress over time, I guess. Huh?
Yep.
Now, it's interesting, you mentioned one of the runners who right now is trading hands with the world record is from Japan. And back in the day, Japan used to be the dominant force in this game. All the top runners, especially if any percent, were all from Japan. It had a huge scene. Then sort of the Western world kind of took over. And it's interesting to see that you still have, connections with those communities.
Yeah, well, as you said, back, a few years ago, there's a lot of Japanese runners sort of pushing the limits of the game.
But recently, we've sort of had a resurrection from that side of the world into the community, and I think it's really awesome that we get to, interact with all these people now who, had maybe taken a break from the scene for a while. And it's nice to see because they've got a sort of different mentality about grinding, and that really comes through in the runs. And they also tend to prefer different categories. Like No Star World is very big in Japan, where it's not as much in America. So you get greater category diversity too, which is always nice.
Yeah, I think the Japanese runners is the first place I ever saw all castles run just from them, from their weekly races. So let's talk about two of you three. This is your first GDQ run, TNT and Seathorne, both first time.
Yep.
Are you nervous about this, or are you pretty much just going to focus on your run and doesn't really get into your head too much?
I mean, I don't think I could show up and not be nervous a little bit, but I'm kind of just focused on showing off a bunch of cool strats, and I'm not too worried about, like winning or anything. So I'm excited to have fun. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous, but I mean, I'm excited to get to be one of the ones who's chosen to do the race. So hopefully just do as well as we can and show off as much of the new strats as we can and just as many cool ones as well.
So, you must be pretty prepared. I'm sure you guys have raced before. Have you, raced this with each other? Like a preview race of this?
Yeah, we did a race last night in the practice room. It went decently well overall. I forget, you got like a 124.10, which is
really I got a low 124. I've gotten some high 123s in practice races recently, so we've been doing pretty well in races.
Who do you think's the favorite going in among you three? I know it's hard to say, but if you had to guess, place your money on somebody, who would it be?
I think Truman might be the favorite because he has previous GDQ experience and he's a really consistent player. But I guess we'll just have to see who does the best in the race.
All right, yeah,
we've all been playing recently, so.
Sure. I mean, but it's a chance anyone could win. I mean, I understand with a game that long, there's just like so many things that can go right or wrong, So, but what do you think a race like that is going to hinge on? Is it any particular levels, any particular techniques you think that are really going to be important for winning this?
Well, I think with SMW, it's a game that needs a strong beginning. So if things start going wrong, they just tend to keep going wrong. So I would say about World 3, like the 20-minute mark of the run, if you're good up until that point, you'll be good the rest of the run. So as long as you get, all the tricks immediately and pending any terrible clipping RNG later in the run, I think the beginning is really going to sort of set the pace for the rest of the run.
Yeah, there are a lot of tricks that aren't necessarily extremely hard, but you have a bunch of them in a row. Like in World 3 especially, it gets difficult. We have Vanilla Dome 1 Wings, which can really make or break your run. You have Vanilla Dome 2 Yoshi Clip, and then there's just some other hard levels like Vanilla Dome 3. So basically all of Vanilla Dome is pretty hard.
Yeah, and there's a few bad deaths I think that can really set you back too, sure.
And then especially in Star World, we start to get some tricks that are fairly inconsistent, like zips in Star World 1. And then once we get to Special World, there's just glitch after glitch after glitch. So Special World is one of the hardest areas of the run. We have gnarly wings, tubular wings. Then one of the new tricks, awesome Reznor kill, we'll be trying to do. And then you have groovy boss kill as well. And then you have Mondo, which is a hard level. So basically, Special World is a gauntlet of where your run can go bad or become a good run.
All right, are there any swag strats we should look out for?
Well, yeah, in one of the fortresses in the run, the first one, the water fort, there's a bit of a strat in the second room that will despawn an enemy, and you'll notice he's gone because there's sort of just a gap in the level where he was supposed to be. Saves barely any time. It's 50-50 even if you do it correctly, and it's the most hype thing in the entire run.
All right, I'll be looking out for that. That's great. All right, well, thanks for talking with me, guys. I wish you luck on your run. You've got quite a bit of time to prepare for it still. The next run is pretty long. But this run, Super Mario World 96 Exit Race, is going to be coming up after our next game, which is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Eevee. And I want to point out that we have a bonus game, Ocarina of Time Any Percent. That goal has not been met yet, but we still have time. If you want to see Any Percent Ocarina of Time happen, it would be happening after the 96 exit run, so get your donations now in for that. And with that, I'd like to thank you guys once again for talking with me. And everyone, check out this run after our next run, which is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Eevee by Etiquette.
Thanks for interviewing us.
Thank you,
guys.
Thanks.
Good morning, Speed friends. Welcome, welcome. My name is Crunchy Lex, and I hope you all are ready for adventure, because I know I am. We've got Pokemon coming up. I am excited to go on this magical Pokemon journey. But yeah, there we go. That's fine, it's fine. Delayed response, it's morning, I get it. Don't worry, we'll get the blood pumping soon enough. Before we do, though, we're getting set up over here. Let's get into a few more of your donations then, shall we? All right, we have $600 from Cheesy Bob, who simply says, meet all the incentives. We have $50 from Jackstronomy, donating for more Zelda and more MSF. As Feasel told us, the Ocarina of Time bonus game incentive is still on the board. We are sitting at a bit over 88,000 of 300,000, so we've been making some huge strides toward that, but we still got a ways to go. If you want to have a bit more oot in your life, then you know what you have to do, my friends. We have $100 from Ryrun. Been a great week watching the runs. Agreed, my friend, agreed. $20 from Anonymous, $10 for each year I've watched. I'm no mathematician, I'm an engineer, but that sounds like 2 years, Anonymous, and I hope there are many more to come. $11 from Punk Dance, who just says, happy Saturday, smiley face.